Where it came to a head was when the Iraq War started, and they were starting to show all the footage from the first war. And that brings back the thoughts and the visions of the stuff you'd seen yourself. I just lost it. My head was a complete mess. I didn't care. I didn't want to live. And I drove around searching for somewhere to crash into something. After that, I was arrested, ended up in St George's Hospital. And yeah, I did dangerous drive. I did drive around recklessly and drive my car into a brick wall. What they didn't seem to care about was why. I ended up then in prison. So much had been going on. My head was just so blurry. I didn't know what was happening. And then you get stuck in a little room with loads of other criminals that seem like they know everybody that's walking past the door, and I don't know anyone. I didn't tell them I was a veteran. One of my mates has said, don't tell anybody that you served in the forces. That's because of, retaliation from certain groups, having gone to the Gulf War. If they find out, then you're under threat. At some point, I must have been good, and I got a cell to myself. One thing I was good at with depression was isolating. And sometimes we were under lockdown for 72 hours. As long as the toilet roll came through the door, I really didn't care. But luckily, the day before my release, somebody came from the mental health team within the hospital and said, oh, I understand you've got mental health problems. When are you getting released? I said, tomorrow. He said, oh, a bit late to help you then, aren't we? And that was it. That was the whole of the treatment. So the thoughts that I'd had in all the time I was in there, I still wanted to end my life. When I walked out the prison doors, I was homeless. It was probably 11, 12 months before I actually spoke to somebody about helping me out in my head. And that was a chance meeting at the Royal British Legion with Dr. Sue Ferrier, where I told my story. She said, have you heard of us? And I hadn't. In all of the times, all the way through it, nobody had once mentioned veterans' mental health. And then once I started feeling that actually people listened to me and I felt a bit of empathy, then I started thinking maybe life might be worth a little bit more than it's been worth over the past year, 18 months. I hope after seeing all this that the Criminal Justice Service in the future can maybe just treat servicemen slightly differently. We are very proud people. We don't go out there specifically to harm people. I've just felt the perception was he's just an angry man and he's got to have done it.